All right, how's it going, everybody? This is log number 2 for the language journey for Japanese. Um, so we're on day 7 now. You can kind of see some of my stats here. Maybe pull up some today. Looks like I got 36 cards to review. Here's some more stats. Card counts, new. Review intervals, card stability, card difficulty. There's quite a number of cards that are a little difficult for me at the moment, which is all right. Not too shabby. Thanks, buttons. Morning. Yeah, my dog is currently munching on something here. All right, so there's that. Let's pop in. Study now. All right, y'all. So I sped up through a lot of that here. Basically, we're 7 days in. I've done. I'm averaging about 150 cards a day with Anki. I'm also utilizing Duolingo, and getting pretty far in Duolingo. I still think what I said I was going to do the last time was go back and do a lot of this stuff without the Romanized. Again, I don't know why it popped up again. I thought I disabled that, but maybe it was only in the browser because I did download like the desktop extension for this. But I did go back into the section one and really like went through everything here, made sure that like everything was good. Did reviews on all of the units themselves on Saturday and Sunday last week, and then now we're in section two, cranking through this. I honestly think that what I'll probably do is I'll probably spend more time tomorrow cranking through unit two, and then I'm gonna focus again on Anki here. I feel like with Anki, it's definitely helping, and as I kind of go through stuff with both of the applications, I'm kind of learning a little bit more and just trying to expand the vocabulary and just learning words. I do wish, and I think what I probably wish that whatchamacallit, Duolingo had was like more sentence based practice stuff. You can practice words, which might be beneficial. I don't know. I'm like I said, the last one, I didn't get any feedback. The last one didn't really have a ton of reach on the last one, which is totally fine. I'm not really expecting anything out of this other than just, strictly documentation purposes. But I think going back and the mistakes thing, I don't really know if that's really worth it. This says there's 50 here. I probably could go back and do that, but like again, you only get 10, I think, per 10 mistakes per, and it's like I don't really care about the XP portion of it. The words though, I'm up to 112 words here. It says that I have is there a way to check my stats here with cards? So 70. I've done 70 words. Okay. So yeah, 70 words here, 112 here. I'm sure there's probably some, mix where it doesn't translate over here. So, I mean, I would probably say I safely probably know 150 words, just as a safe bet. Anki's a good tool though. It makes me want to be consistent, and I do like the fact that it challenges me and makes me think. I'm probably still not using it the right way. I really need to focus, and I mean, I only know so many words, and I only know so much context, so I'm kind of piecemealing stuff together when I read some of the stuff on Anki. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm open. I'm open to any suggestions with how you are using Anki. If you're using Anki, if you're using Duolingo. I said I was going to maybe mix in some of the Genki textbooks here. I have yet to do that, which is definitely on me. But it's a time thing too. Like, as you can see here, I spent about an hour and 15 minutes on just going through Anki and Duolingo today itself. So spent 34 and a half minutes today going through Anki, just dedicated time, which is good. I feel like that's better than what I've had in the past. And like I said, I'm starting to recognize stuff. I'm starting to see stuff and realize it. But the more that I see it, I will know what it is. I know what some of the words mean, and can recognize what they are. But really, when it starts mixing in the kanji, that's when I start getting a little confused and have to keep going back through. And I feel like I have short-term memory loss when I've used some of the kanji, honestly. because I see it, look at the definition, and then like it'll come up 2 cards later, and I'm like, I totally don't remember what that is. But it's cool. I think that this is this is great. I'm having a good time with Anki. I'm sure as I start to learn and more cards here, that it's gonna keep getting better and better. In preparation, we're almost 6 months out here from my Japan trip, and so I feel like this is a good time to do this. I'm starting to also do a lot of input as well with Anki, and just listening to Nihongo Kun Tepe, which is like very beginner level podcast. I'm starting to understand some of the stuff that he's saying in there, like very, very little. I can pick out certain things and be like, okay, he's talking about this, so he must be just like talking about something in regards to this, but I'm not able to fully understand it yet. So it's interesting. Like I said, I'm excited. This has been fun. Duolingo is always fun. Made it into Diamond League here. Just gonna probably just try to stay into it. These people that are just banging from the top here, 2,700. 2,700 is crazy. If we go here, maybe we can't see it. Regardless, I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty happy. I think that this is going pretty well for the most part. Can't wait to learn more. Honestly, this is just I've never felt more motivated to learn a language in my entire life than I have this year, and I'm excited. So if y'all have any feedback, I know I kind of repeat myself a couple of times here. If you have any feedback, please don't hesitate to share. I'm gonna speed up the video pretty heavily. So if you got any questions, let me know. But yeah, for the most part, like, it's just going to be me going through it and then kind of giving my thoughts at the end here. I might start doing these maybe twice a week, maybe. I don't really know, like a midweek kind of thing update. So since we're on the first week here, I figured I'd do a 1 week spread. Maybe I can kind of keep going through that as I start to learn more and more words. So we'll see what happens. There's 1,500 words on Anki, and there's just a lot on Duolingo here. So we've got a lot of units in section 2 to get through. But I feel like I could probably do maybe a section or 2 a week, being more realistic. It really just depends. I just have to sit down and kind of grind it out. And then when you get to these ones where you have to do the hiragana, katakana, and kanji review, that does eat up a lot of time. That absolutely eats up a lot of time. You can skip and go ahead of it, but you definitely want to review it. So yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts. And the way that Duolingo does it too, like it's interesting because you have to like draw it, and I'm not necessarily a huge like fan of that. I don't think it's necessarily good for me as a beginner to do that. I've seen a lot of opinions on that, and people will say one thing, people will say another thing, that oh, you should definitely learn stroke order, you should learn all this stuff. It's cool, but like I'm trying to speak it and kind of read it. I'm not necessarily trying to write it by hands. And we have cell phones too, so I don't know. Am I going to go to Tokyo and am I going to be asked to perform a stroke order for kanji? Probably not. So we'll see. But again, thanks guys. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions, tips on how I should be using both these platforms, and if I should be mixing in anything else. Thanks.